Namaste everyone, my name is Kalindi. This sequence that I'm going to take you through is a perfect sequence to do before you go to bed at night. So the idea is to help you to move more into that calm, relaxed state so that you find it easy to go to sleep when your head does hit the pillow. So for this class, if you have some props that you'd like to use, maybe some pillows or a block, feel free to have them handy. I'm not going to do the class with props, so that if you don't have props, you can still do the class with me. So to begin with, let's just settle into our breath. So sitting comfortably, resting your hands on your knees or in your lap, gently closing your eyes. Taking in nice, long, deep, relaxed breath. And a long exhale out through your mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. And out through the mouth. And now just breathing in and out through your nose. Alright, just gently reopening your eyes. From here, we're just going to take our legs out in front of us. I'll get you to bring your left ankle around to the outside of your left hip. And from here, just roll that calf muscle away so that your sit bones come evenly down onto the ground. Now, if you feel any discomfort in your knee here, the other option that you can do for this one is just simply to roll over onto your side. You can rest your head on your arm or in your hand, and you just bring the heel towards the bottom for that option. So if you're doing this first option with the foot around the outside of the hip, you can either stay sitting upright if you're getting enough of a stretch here, or you may like to come down to your elbows. Just lift and tuck that bottom under a little bit more. And for some of you, you may find you can lay flat on the ground. Whichever option that you're in, feel free to close your eyes and just take some nice, long, deep breaths here. Just focusing on lengthening that breath. And gently breathing down into that stretch that you're experiencing. Starting to let go of any tension and tightness. Alright, and then with your next inhalation, just get you to slowly start to make your way back up. For those of you that are on your side, I'll just get you to roll over onto your other side and kick your opposite foot in towards the bottom, grabbing a hold with the hand. For those of you that are upright, I'll get you to just roll that right calf muscle out to the side, right heel to the outside of the hip. Either staying upright here or making your way down onto your elbows, lifting the hips, tucking them under a little bit more. Maybe you can go flat on the ground, or maybe you stay here on the elbows. And then again, just settling into your breath. Nice long deep inhale. And exhale. Taking one more breath here. And then with your next inhalation, starting to make your way back up, everyone coming back up to seated, and just releasing your legs out straight here and maybe giving your legs a little bit of a shake. All right, now making your way down onto your back, and we're going to stay on our backs now. So bringing your knees in towards the chest and just wrapping your arms nice and tightly around your knees, giving yourself a good squeeze here. Maybe even a little rock from side to side. Okay, extending out through the left leg. And grabbing a hold of the outside of the right foot with your right hand, and your elbow will be to the inside of the knee there. From here, you're going to start to point the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling, and just let your hand go heavy against the sole of the foot, drawing that knee down toward the ground. If you're having a little trouble grabbing a hold of the foot, you can try holding the ankle, or maybe you can just hold on to the back of the knee. Your left hand can rest out to the side, and just take some breaths down into the hips, the glutes. Feel free to close your eyes. Taking one more breath. Alright, then from here, we are going to grab a hold of the big toe with the index and middle finger and thumb. If you have a strap and you prefer to use a strap, you can take the strap around the ball of the right foot here. So from here, we're just going to extend this leg straight up. So it doesn't matter here if your knee is bent, that's okay. As long as you're still getting a bit of a stretch through the back of the hamstring there. If you can straighten the leg, go for it. Press out through the heel. Try and draw the right shoulder down into your mat. Again, feel free to just close your eyes and breathe nice and steadily. Okay, taking one more breath here. And then with your next inhalation, we're going to swing this leg out towards the right. You can bend into your right elbow and drop the elbow toward the ground to support the leg a little bit more. Or you may find you can start to straighten out through the arm and bring that leg a little lower. Try and keep that left hip grounded. Again, just breathe out into that stretch. The inseam of the thighs and the groin. Taking one more breath. And then with your next inhalation, lifting that leg back up to center, release your hand and place the sole of the foot now on top of your left thigh or knee. Bringing your left hand to the knee there, and your right hand comes out to the side. Big inhalation. And exhale, guide that knee across your body, taking it down towards the left. Both shoulders are even on the mat here. Just gently pressing that right hip and shoulder away from each other. And turn your gaze over your hand if that's okay for your neck. And feel free to again close your eyes. Nice, long, relaxed breaths. One more breath here. And with your next inhalation, gently rolling back up to center, taking both feet back in contact with the ground again, just squaring your body up. And let's come to the other side. So extending out through the right leg, bring that left knee in toward the chest, grabbing a hold of the outside of the foot there, elbow to the inside of the knee. Reaching that foot up towards the ceiling, knee is drawing down towards the ground. Right arm can rest out to the side. So again, if you can't reach your foot, you can grab the ankle, you can grab the back of the knee. Okay, then from here we're going to start to extend up through the legs. So if you used a strap on the other side, you can grab the strap for this side now. Otherwise, grabbing a hold of the big toe with the index finger, middle finger and thumb. Knee can be bent if needed, or you can start to straighten out through the leg. Reach up through the heel, out through the back of the knee, and try and drop that left shoulder down toward the ground. Breath is nice and steady. Relax. All right, one more breath here. And with your next inhalation, swing that left leg down towards the left. So again, you can bend into the elbow to support the leg in mid-air. Otherwise, you can start to straighten out through the arm and bring that leg a little lower. Ground down into your right hip. So your hips are even. Continue to press out through that left heel. Breathe into the inner seam of the thigh. All right, taking one more breath. And then with your next inhalation, swing that leg back up to center, releasing the hand, placing the sole of the foot now to the knee or the front of the thigh there. Right hand to the knee, left hand comes out to the side. Big inhale, and then exhale, guiding that knee down towards the right. Shoulders are even on the mat. We'll start to press the left hip and the left shoulder away from each other, closing your eyes. Right, taking one more breath. And then inhale, making your way back to center. Soles of the feet to the ground, just squaring your hips up again. And then from here, bring the soles of the feet together and just dropping those knees out away from each other. You can bring your arms back over your head and clasp onto your elbows. Let your eyes close. And just let your entire body go completely heavy here. You're not trying to force the knees down, you're just letting gravity work those knees down. Feeling the front of the body gently rise and fall with the breath. Trying to let your breath slow down even more. And releasing your hands and bringing those knees back together. Extend your legs out in front of you. And just rest your hands a little distance from your hips. Allow now the back of your body just to sink into the ground. You come into Shavasana for a minute or so, just letting every part of your body completely relax. From the top of your head, through your face, the shoulders and arms, the torso, the hips, the legs and the feet. Letting entire body rest and relax. Staying in your lying position here. I'm now going to invite you to just simply rest your mind and your heart on the sound of these mantras. If you are experiencing any anguish, anxiety, depression, worry, concern, let's place this all to one side, and I'd like you to simply rest your mind in this mantra, Aum Hari Aum. So Aum is the universal sound vibration, and Hari means He who will remove the obstacles that are in our path, particularly in our spiritual path. So that concludes our practice. If you can stay lying down where you are, please feel free to do so. If you have some other things you need to do before you go to sleep, you can start to wake up your body, bring some movement back into your body. Gently roll yourself out to the right side and press yourself up into a sitting position. Take a moment here, take a couple of breaths. Just being aware of how you feel in this relaxed state. All right, take care. Namaste.